going to be passing around a clipboard that you can sign your name on, email address if you'd like to be on our Senior Center's email newsletter list. So feel free to fill that in if you want and pass it along. I'm just going to count on you guys to handle that. We've got flyers and things in the back from the Senior Center, both Senior Center's newsletters, Adult Day Health Program, that kind of thing. We'll be talking about those things. They're in the back as well, so if you didn't get a chance to get those, you can get them on the way out. Obviously, we've got the lunch, and the other thing that we're going to be doing a little bit differently today that I want to say up front is we're going to be shutting down at 1 o'clock, which we always have done. 1 o'clock, we stop. And we don't usually kick you out at 1 o'clock, but we stop the presentation because we want to be really aware that some people really do need to leave right at 1, so we do that. But what we have found is that people stay. And then people want to talk to, another question to BJ or another question to Mara. So what we're going to try today is at 1 o'clock, we're going to stop the presentation for about 10 minutes. And you guys can leave or put your trash away or take a little break. Maybe do a little networking, grab some flyers, whatever. And then we're going to come back to these front rows here for maybe another 5, 10, 15 minutes if you want to. So if there's people that have extra questions or you really wanted to pick their brain about something or catch them before you had to leave and you didn't get a chance to talk with them, that's your time. The other thing that's different is, and I have it on this sheet for you to remember, is next week on Thursday, BJ and Amara have agreed to spend a little bit more time at the library with anybody else. After these kinds of things, sometimes you kind of start getting ideas, and especially with talking about our senior centers, you might think, gosh, I just had an idea, or I just read their newsletter, and I wanted to ask them about this, and that way you would have their attention again at the library next week if you want to. Or you can bring a colleague, or you can bring a friend, or you can tell somebody else about it, and they may want to have that opportunity if they didn't get it today. So we're trying that out. And the public library system is also providing us, at that event, different books and resources that are available for checkout. So when you go to the library, if you want to choose to do that next week, that's something you get to do. And we're going to try to continue having a resource list about the topic each time. So that's another thing we're trying to bring on board with that. And also, for those of you who have smartphones, I have not jumped on board with that yet. I keep talking about it, but I don't have one yet. But those of you who do, and see this QR code, that is a QR code that you can take a picture of it with your smartphone and sign up right now if you wanted to secretly for next month's Lunch and Learn. And you can get on the list because as those of you who are coming can see, we fill up. We actually have 40 chairs. I mean, there are 41. Actually, these stools I brought from home just for 2 more seats. So we fill up. So it's kind of a first come, first served on this QR code for those of you who are very excited. And the next topic is going to be a part 1 of a 2-part series on senior housing in the Snoqualmie Valley and transitional care. We do have a couple seats up here, 2 seats up here, 1 seat here,
a couple more there,
2 more here. So Nancy, if you wanted to come up. So, let's see, what else do I need to tell you? We do want to thank the Snoqualmie Valley Hospital Foundation for providing our lunch today. So I'd like to thank them, and we do have a donation jar in the back. If you'd like to just put a little donation, you're welcome to do that. Does anybody have any other questions with this new format and what's on the sheet here before we get started? Yes.
Was there any publicity about this in the newspaper? Maybe there was. I didn't see
Yes,
it.
there was publicity in the newspaper, in the calendar. We have it on our Facebook, Yahoo groups, all of that kind of thing. So but that's a great point, Jean. What we're doing is we're building our invite list, and we're building the opportunity to get the word out to more people. So as we grow the Lunch and Learn, we grow opportunities to spread the word. And that's one of the things we count on you to do for us too. So if you want to spread the word for us, that's great too. I do want to ask, how many people, is this your first time to a Lunch and Learn? Lots of you.
Wow.
Wow. So just that I saw about, for those of you who didn't see, maybe 15 hands. So just so you know, we are running about 40 people at these Lunch and Learns since April. We've been meeting here since April. We've been doing Lunch and Learns about 2.5 years. But they've been different, they've been evolving to something that they're becoming now. And the fact that we have 15 new people here that have never been here is really exciting. That tells me that the word is spreading, that more people are getting the emails, that different people are choosing to check out what's going on. That also tells me that these gals are super popular. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our two lovely panelists today. And just so you know, we're going to let them talk a little bit about what their senior center has to offer, some of the programs they have to offer, and then we will be opening it up for questions, comments, wishes. Because we are videotaping, I will repeat the question for you. So, so for those of you who, hopefully, can everybody hear in the back? Okay. So raise your hand. I'll choose the person to ask the question. I'll repeat it, and then we'll give these two wonderful women an opportunity to answer. Thank you. So let me go ahead and, well, why don't you just go ahead and introduce yourself, and then I'm going to come over here, and then when it's time for questions, we'll talk it open it up.
My name's Amara Oden. I'm the director of the Snow Valley Senior Center and Adult Day Program. We are located in Carnation, Washington. We serve the Lower Valley, so we serve Duval, Carnation, and Fall City and the surrounding foothills and area. And we offer a ton of things. So I like to sum it up with 3 main bullet points. And there's a small yellow sheet of paper going around that kind of sums us up. One of the things that we offer is our Adult Day Program, which is a day activity program. It's a day health center for seniors who are frail or have some dementia and need a more structured program during the day. And that's accompanied by nursing care, which is provided by the Snoqualmie Valley Hospital, and activities that are more structured and designed to help folks stay engaged and keep their brains active. We offer low-cost health programs. I think I titled it Awesome Programs on the little half sheet there. A lot of folks think that the senior center is not for them because they're not old enough. And if you start asking people what old is, raise your hand if you think 60 years is old. Raise your hand if you think 70s is old. Raise your hand if you think 80s are old. Raise your hand if you think 90s are old. Okay, so y'all, if you guys are going to wait until you're old to use senior centers, we're really doomed, because 90-year-olds are not a large enough segment of the population to make use of all the great things we offer. So senior, the word senior can be a block to a lot of folks. If you ask people, would you like to take a low-cost, high-quality, evidence-based program in your community, whether they're 50 or 60 or 90, they'll say, heck yeah. So that's what we offer. We offer low-cost, evidence-based, high-quality programs that are affordable, and at which you get to meet your neighbors and friends and build a network of community that supports you through your aging. So that's the other thing that we do, and there's just a ton there. I have the newsletter so you can check some of them out, but they're health-focused, they're exercise-focused, and some of them are just plain fun-focused. And then we also offer a sense of community engagement and an opportunity for people to plug in. I like to say we save marriages sometimes once people retire, because husband and wife who has been busy in the work world, taking breaks from each other every day, start living with each other day in and day out, and they kind of drive each other batty. And so we offer a place for people to come and enjoy their day and continue to use their minds and their energy and their passion towards something. And so both of our senior centers rely heavily on volunteers. We have 268 volunteers, and we lean on them as staff sometimes. They keep the place running, and so we offer, that is, I believe, something that we do offer people as a way for them to get engaged with our community and contribute their skills and services after a lifetime of gaining those. So those are kind of the 3 top ones. I've been at the Senior Center for 4 years now, and I live in Carnation.
Good job.
Hi, my name is BJ, and let me just say first, I'm liking this chair. So maybe somebody
Not for
could
sale.
blindfold or distract Sue while I get into my car. And secondly, I too do not have a smartphone because I know the phone will figure out it's smarter than me. But I like the QR. I'm really the new kid on the block. Less than 2 months. On the 7th of January, I will be 2 months into my executive director of the Mount Si Senior Center. On a scale of 1 to 10 of how I like it, I would say it's 15, 20, 25. We were closed down from December 23 until the 3rd of January for the holidays. I still worked, but it was lonely. And yesterday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, yesterday, yeah, whenever they walked in, it was like, oh, you're back. I have laughter in the building again. I'm not alone anymore. And 4 years ago, if my friends in Girl Scouting, because that was my former career, I was the director of membership and marketing for the national organization for a number of years, almost 25, gave the career up, although it traveled me around the world in different positions and places, and it was a great career. But I was tired of working 70 hours a week, so I didn't pursue that anymore, and moved back to Snoqualmie, where my daughter lives. And if these friends had said, in 2 years, you'll be working with seniors, I would have laughed in their faces. But I learned 2 years ago that was my passion. I found my second passion in life. I worked with Elder and Adult Day Services. I was hired as the volunteer coordinator, and unfortunately my new CEO discovered my other skills. So I was marketing coordinator, fundraising coordinator, event coordinator, and volunteer coordinator. But I've often said, if you remind yourself daily who you work for and why you do the work that you do, your passion for that person will always show. You will always feel rewarded because you know you've done the best you can do for the people you work for. And those are the seniors in our community. When I first came on board, my phone rang and I answered it, and this lovely voice said, "Hi, I'm Amara. I'm the executive director, Carnation Senior Center. Welcome aboard." I said, "Great. Let's meet for coffee." I got home that night and said, "I have a new best friend." I was just amazed at the work that this woman has done in her community and to meet the needs of the seniors, 55 too. And we hit it off, and we have really built this partnership between the two of us where now I feel I can call and say, "Hey, this happened, how would you handle it, what's going on, what do I do, direct me, guide me, help her." So she's been a terrific resource, and I know we're going to build more together, and we're very excited about it.